better be getting home.
Stick around a little, Art. My Aunt Martha's baking cookies.
Boy, are you lucky to have her around while your folks are away.
Yeah, Aunt Martha's swell.
That's the way we were catching them this afternoon.
Yeah, like I had a hole in my glove. No wonder the Tigers beat us. But it wasn't just you, Dave.
Nah, we were all missing them. Those Tigers just walked all over us.
We sure could use a few good pitchers.
Yes, and batters and fielders, too.
What about that new kid in the 7th grade? Suppose he'd like to try out for the team?
Him? We don't want any guys like that on our team. One of the kids already asked him. And you know what he said? I ain't got no time for kid stuff. He's a creep.
Who's a creep?
Oh, boy, just what we've been waiting for, Aunt Martha.
Boy, are you a good cook, Mrs. Reynolds.
Why, thank you. Here, have another.
Sure.
Now then, I still want to know who's a creep.
No, we were talking about Spike Miller. He's a new kid that moved into the neighborhood.
Yeah, he thinks he's so tough, and I don't like him.
Well, you don't have to associate with every boy who comes along, you know. Another cookie, Art?
Oh, no, thanks. I better be going. See you, fellas. See you tomorrow.
Sure thing, Art. So long.
Well, I better get supper started. Why don't you boys finish that letter till you started to your mother and dad?
Okay. Come on, Dave. Dave, why doesn't this new kid want to play on your team? I don't know. I haven't even met him. I'm Dave Reynolds. You're Spike Miller, aren't you? The new kid in the 7th grade?
Yeah, what about it?
Want to toss a few?
This your house?
Yeah. Where do you live?
Down on Elm Street.
Dad working here there?
My old man's dead 4 years ago.
Wow, you sure can pitch. You ought to try out for the school team.
I got other things to do.
Oh, that's my kid brother, Ron. This is Spike Miller.
Hi. Hi. All right, watch this one. Dusting right over the old plate. All right, on your toes.
Hey, take it easy. That ball could have gone through the window.
Ah, don't worry, Squirt. When I heave them, I know where they're going.
Boy, don't you know better than to throw balls at the house? You might have broken a window.
I'm sorry, Aunt Martha. It was an accident. Here, I want you to...
Well, he ran off. I never saw such a rude boy.
You must have scared him, Aunt Martha. He's new in the neighborhood, Aunt Martha.
Well, I overheard him talking, and I'd say he's rough and tough. I think you should stay away from him. And if your parents were here, I'm sure that boy can cause a lot of trouble.
Don't worry. There won't be any trouble.
I hope not. I certainly hope not.
Boy, he sure can pitch. Spike? Yeah. It's just what we need on the team. Hi, Spike.
Hi.
Dave's team's going to practice in the park today.
Why don't you come along?
I want the fellas to see how you can pitch.
I can't. I get a job cleaning furnaces.
But wouldn't you rather play baseball?
Sure, kid. But you can't earn dough pitching balls. I'll see you around.
Wait a minute, Spike. Well, how about us helping you? So then maybe you'd get through in time to play some ball.
Well, I don't know.
We wouldn't want anything for it. We'd just do it for the fun of it. Yeah, that'd be fun, cleaning furnaces.
Well, if you guys want to come along, let's get a move on.
Martha. Hi, Aunt Martha. Oh, I guess we got a little bit dirty. We've been helping Spike clean furnaces.
Look at you. Look at your clothes. How could you let him do this to you?
Spike didn't do anything, Aunt Martha. We volunteered so he could play on the team. Spike gets 50 cents apiece for cleaning out furnaces. Well, we helped him so that he'd get through quicker.
Look at your clothes. Whatever will your mother and dad say?
We were only helping out a friend.
A fine friend he is. To let you get in a mess like this.
You don't understand, Aunt Martha. Spike's a real nice guy when you get to know him.
Thank you, I don't care to know him. And I don't care to have you know him either. Now get in the house, both of you, and start cleaning yourselves up. Hurry up. In.
Oh, hi, Art. Come on in. Hi. You're just in time to help dry some dishes for Aunt Martha.
Where were you after school? The whole team waited for you.
Oh, well, I was helping Spike Miller with something. We didn't even get through.
Spike? I'm getting sick of hearing about that guy. How could you let the whole team down by going off with him?
I didn't let the team down. I was only fixing it so that Spike could play with us.
You expect me to play baseball with that guy? I'd quit the team first. And I mean it.
Oh, wait a minute, Art. Wait a minute.
Wasn't that Art's voice I heard?
Yeah.
What is it, David?
Oh, Art doesn't want Spike to play on the team, and he's gone home mad.
Well, I don't blame him. Spike's not like the rest of you boys on the team. I don't blame Art for not wanting him. I just wish you boys were as careful in choosing your friends as Art is.
Why don't you like Spike, Aunt Martha? He's a swell guy when you get to know him. And boy, can he pitch. Why don't you like him?
Well, I'm not questioning his baseball ability. Boys, there's something you should realize. One doesn't have to accept just anyone who happens to come along. There are people in this world whom we should avoid. The farther we stay away from them, the better. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But Aunt Martha, aren't we supposed to love all our neighbors? Yeah, that's what we learn in church. Doesn't that mean Spike, too?
Oh, boys, you just don't understand. We'll have to talk about it later. Now, you run along and do your homework, and I'll finish up the dishes.
Lucky Aunt Martha's out. Boy, she'd be mad if she sees this paint on our clothes. Hold still, maybe I can get a little more of it
What
off.
are you boys doing down here on such a nice day? I had to go to the store to get... David. Ronnie.
We sure are a mess, aren't we? We were over at Spike's house.
Where does he live? What is his address?
221 North Elm Street. Well, anyway, it was Spike's...
Never mind. I don't want to hear any more. This has gone far enough. I'm going right over to that hoodlum's house and talk to his mother.
Wait, Aunt Martha, let me explain.
Hi, fellas. Your aunt told me you were down here. Boy, she seems awfully mad about something. How'd you get all that paint on you?
It was an accident. It happened over at Spike's house. Now Aunt Martha's going over there mad. As if we didn't have troubles enough already.
Well, if it'd help any, I just came over here to, well, tell you I changed my mind about the team. Well, we need a good pitcher. And if Spike wants to play, it's okay with me.
That's swell.
I'm Martha Reynolds, David and Ronnie's aunt.
I'm so glad to meet you. Come in.
Well,
Oh, come in. You certainly have two wonderful nephews. Sit down. They've done wonders for that boy of mine. Yes, wonders. You should see my cupboards.
Your cupboards?
Oh, didn't the boys tell you?
No.
Well, that's how the accident happened. They were helping Spike paint the kitchen cupboards for me. You know, as a surprise. You see, we couldn't afford to hire a regular painter. Well, the boys were surprising me, and I came home from work early, went into the kitchen, and down came the stepladder and the paint, all over everything.
You work?
Oh, I have to, 6 days a week. You see, well, after my husband died, we had to live in a bad neighborhood, and it worried me, watching Spike grow up with a rough gang and no father to guide him. Finally, I couldn't stand it any longer. So I sold everything we had in order to move here to a decent neighborhood. With what I make and what Spike earns after school, we manage the rent and everything just fine. The only thing is, it doesn't give Spike much chance to make friends. That's why I've appreciated David and Ronnie so much. They've been a good influence for Spike. They're so kind and helpful.
I see.
And a fine way I repaid them, spilling paint all over them and ruining their surprise, not to mention their clothes. Here, this will at least pay for the cleaning. The boys rushed off before I could give it to them.
No, I'm sure the paint will come right out.
Well, at least let me make you a cup of tea.
Thank you, but I must get back. I have some cookies to bake. But I would like to invite you and Spike to come and have supper with us tomorrow. Will you come?
Well, how nice. We'd be glad to.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to have met you, Mrs. Miller. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Well, thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'll give you a nice one. All right, Art, right here. Come on, score. Oh, you already had yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, lemonade!
Well, how's the game
Come on,
going
Art.
today?
Oh, we outplayed them Tigers all the way. And Spike struck out 3 batters in a row.
Oh, you just called the pitches right. And how about those 2 foul balls that you caught? Yep, it sure was a swell game. And you know, Aunt Martha, you deserve most of the credit for our winning.
Me? Well, what did I do?
Well, if you hadn't helped Spike get that new paper out, he wouldn't have been able to play after school. And then where would our team be? You ought to be a team mascot, Aunt Martha.
Team mascot. I don't know a thing about baseball.
Yeah, but you sure do know a lot about making swell cookies.
Thank you, Spike. Here, have another.
Thanks.